All right, so it's been a while since I've uploaded a reading for YouTube, but here we are at the end of the year, and I wanted to do a reading on the lessons learned for this year before we go on into the new year. And this is a collective reading, so it will resonate probably to some of you out there. But if any part of it resonates, then hopefully the guidance given at the end will be helpful to you. So the zodiac signs that I mentioned in this reading are just additional confirmation. They are not imperative to the reading. So let's keep that in mind and let's go. Let's start. So again, lessons learned. Let's get 6 cards to kind of get the energy of what the lessons learned for the year have been. Okay, we have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. We have the 5 of Wands, and I am using my new Lord of the Rings deck that my daughter gifted to me, and very excited to use it. And you'll probably see this in the Game of Thrones deck a lot more here on YouTube. Oops. Okay. We have the King of Swords, the Ace of Swords. Nice. Okay. One more card. Let's get one more card. Round out this reading. One more card. With the Hierophant. Okay. And bottom of the deck, the Ace of Cups. So it's looking like the energy for this is about the past events of this year, but also bottom of the deck, Ace of Cups, is all about the fresh new start we can expect to hopefully have in the new year. Okay, let's start off with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. There could have been missed opportunities. I feel like this is for a collective of you that had opportunities that you didn't take a chance on, and now you guys could be feeling some regret about that. Feels like I'm hearing if only I had done it differently. So I guess the general consensus maybe for this collective reading is that you guys are potentially feeling like you had a great opportunity, something that you should have taken a chance on but didn't. What is this 5 of Wands that we're seeing? I feel like you guys were, some of you may have had to make a choice, or you felt like you had no choice. You know, this could be about how you guys feel like there was a challenge in your life where you were made to choose something here. You could have been choosing between 2 people, 2 situations, 2 circumstances. I kind of feel like you guys chose probably what you already knew, what was comfortable. Okay. What is the 2 of Wands? Yeah. That King of Swords. So this is potentially a masculine energy reading. Okay, we have the King of Swords. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius could be some signs here. This is probably for those in the collective that when a decision had to be made, it feels like one of those things where you just finally had to make a decision. You were just at that point of, I need to make a decision now. Was it the decision you wanted to make? Likely not with the energy that I'm seeing here. But with the Emperor, it feels like if you've made this decision, you just got to buck up now. You just have to stand with that decision, right? Let's take a look at the King of Swords and see what kind of decision this was potentially. Some of you could have been wanting to leave a situation, a commitment, a job, something present and stable in your life. You guys could have been considering something in that area where you were wanting to potentially leave it behind, from what I'm seeing. But again, going back, it feels like the eventual choice here was to stick with what you guys knew, right? So whether that was a relationship or career, you stuck with what you were already familiar with, okay? What is that Ace of Swords that we're seeing? I guess that's why there's that energy of feeling like you missed out on something. Okay, what is this Ace of Swords? Temperance, reverse Justice. I'm getting that the decision was strongly based on what was right at the time that the decision was made. What was right, what felt right. Not necessarily probably what was bringing peace of mind, because peace of mind also means that you actually want something here. You know, you want to achieve some level of happiness here. But I think in the long run, this decision was based on what would be right. And I'm kind of seeing the energy of, you know, you guys, your energy here is of potentially somebody that, it's not that you don't want to put in the effort or the work, but I kind of feel like, and I don't want to say it's laziness, there's just a tendency to stick maybe to your comfort zone, to what you know. So when an opportunity was presented, it came with a challenge that maybe you guys were not up for, okay? What was the Hierophant here? What's the Hierophant? You guys may have considered it. Yeah, you guys may have considered it, but I think it all came down to when you really thought about it, you just didn't have the will, maybe determination, or just maybe the enough interest to really go out of your comfort zone, defy the norm, you know what I mean? You kind of held on, stuck to what was safe, I guess. That's another way to look at it, what was safe. So it's kind of broad, so let's try to see what about this is the situation, right? Because again, this reading is for those that kind of want to reflect on the year and the lessons learned, okay? We have confusion and illusions, self-care and energy, fulfillment and wish, freedom, leap, opportunities, okay? Okay, let's put it together in the way that it comes out, bottom of the deck. So, you know, I feel like this is for people that, you know, there was an opportunity presented here where there was some confusion. I feel like the self-care energy card, in the time that this decision was being made, it was coming from a place of what was best, right? And probably at the time it felt like the right decision, right? So sometimes we think we make the right decision and then everything else is going to follow how we feel, what we really think. Sometimes it doesn't, okay? I feel though there's this desire to feel a sense of fulfillment, to maybe, it's that feeling of, I would be happy now if I had only done this. So for some of you, I think you guys wish that you had taken that leap of faith. You wish that you had, that you could be feeling the freedom that you'd feel of happiness and fulfillment and joy if only you hadn't let yourself get overwhelmed with maybe confusion. I get the sense that you were this close. Like you guys, some of you guys were like, I was this close to doing that, but I didn't, right? And you guys, I'm seeing a lot of passionate energy for whatever this is. Again, it could be a relationship, it could be a job, whatever it means for you. But with the Ace of Earth card, Ace Earth card, the practical decision won out. The safe decision won out. And again, what as I was saying, comfort zone. You guys did not want to leave your comfort zone. And again, you know, there's nothing wrong with that, really. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just when we tend to stick to our comfort zone, we don't experience more than we already have because we've limited ourselves to that experience. We will only get to enjoy the fruits of experiencing, you know, the fruits of fulfillment and enjoyment when we actually put in the time, the effort, when we take the chance. So I feel like for a lot of you guys, this reading is about what could have been. Maybe missed opportunities as well, right? I want to look at some guidance here, and I think I'm going to get the Healing Spirit Oracle. Okay, before, well, okay, let's do a little bit of tarot guidance first before we go into the oracle guidance. Yeah, you know, Ace of Cups with the Nine of Cups. There's this strong, heavy energy of, I would be happy now if I had only done this. I would be fulfilled now if I had just taken a chance on this. Feels like you guys feel like you could be living out a new timeline, a new chapter, just a fresh new start in your life if only you had done something. It is not wrong to choose stability, and it is definitely not wrong to choose what's safe, to choose what's comfortable. Okay, like I said, that's absolutely okay. It's just there has to be acceptance of sometimes that energy of settling, because to be comfortable, to be settled in that energy, we kind of create like a fort within that, and we don't venture out. When we venture out, we take a chance on you know, going up against the elements, whatever that may be for you. And I feel like you guys just did not have potentially the strength or the willpower to go out there and take that chance. So the new fresh start you guys were hoping to have, obviously that's not going to play out because you chose the stability. Okay, I kind of see that you guys gave up on something you really wanted. There was something that you guys really wanted here with the Star card. It was something that I feel like you guys could have felt like it was a dream. It was a dream come true or something like that, but you guys just decided to kind of walk away, to give up on it. We've got the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. For some of you guys, you could have been choosing between two people. If you're this masculine energy that I saw earlier, you could have been choosing between the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. So a Queen of Pentacles is somebody that, you know, very comfortable and already safe and secure with, you know, someone you have potentially already built something with, and something you already know. So that is one choice there. The other choice is a Queen of Wands, which of course with that energy is a lot of passion, right? A lot of inspiration, but also a lot of challenges in a way where this Queen of Wands would bring out certain elements of yourself that you may not be ready to essentially face. And so I think for those that had to choose between two people, you guys chose the safe route. You chose the one with the least resistance, okay? So now it brings some of you guys to the point of feeling unhappy about the decision, wishing you knew what you know now. It is a lot of that energy in this reading, honestly. For some of you, this is heavy on the love aspect, but I don't want to count out career and all those other things. But yeah, with the Lovers and the King of Cups, it feels like there was an opportunity to explore, like, I'm hearing the love of a lifetime, so I don't know what that means for you guys, but there seems to be this opportunity of exploring the love of a lifetime. And again, this is the Lord of the Rings tarot deck, okay? And, you know, the movies, they do show the connection between Aragorn and, I don't know how, if I'm saying it right, you I forgot what her name was, but it's Liv Tyler in the movie. But essentially his romantic partner, his person, right? His true love. And in the book, if you've read the books, you know that that is actually the driving force of the whole story, the love that Aragorn has for his true love. It was actually the driving force of everything that happened in that movie. Obviously, I'm sorry, in the book. Obviously, the book is is about a lot of things, but the drive, I felt, at least when I was reading, it was really, this was like a focal point in the drive of creating the whole journey. You know, what the center of this story was this true love. Okay. And I feel like some of you guys are feeling like this was my true love. This was it. It was a dream. It was a wish. It was a hope. But when it came down to making the choice, even though the feelings were strong and there, and that's so funny because if we look at the next cards, it it didn't carry through for you guys, you know. I don't think you guys thought that you would be heartbroken by this decision that I'm seeing that you guys made. It feels like you didn't realize the impact of this decision and the breaking of your heart that I can see here. I feel you guys thought about this. It's not like it was an impulsive decision. It's not like it wasn't thought through, but I don't think that you guys really expected to feel the way that you did here in what I'm seeing. Wow. This is very heavy reading. And I feel like with the World card, I love this card. It's like, it's all of them. It's the, I need to brushing up on reading that. The last time I read the books, I feel like it's over 10 years ago. And I've read it 3 times because the first 2 times, I read it 2 times just to fully understand the story. But I feel like it's been 20 years since I've done that. And then when I read it again, it was probably well over 10, 12 years. And I don't even think I finished the whole thing. I think I got through to like book 2 and then life got in the way. I'm now fascinated and would like to get back to reading it again just to experience that love of a lifetime energy. But yeah, like the council here, right? The hobbits and the dwarf and the elf and Gandalf and everything. It's like it's looking really nostalgic for me right now, at least. If you guys are fans of the Lord of the Rings, then you know what I mean. But you know, with the World card, it's like, how different would your life be if you had tried? How different would it be if you allowed yourself to explore whatever this was, right? How different would it be if you didn't stay in your safe space, and there's nothing wrong with staying in your safe space, but the regret that you guys are feeling now, it's kind of putting that into question. It's okay to stay in your safe space if you're going to accept that you close out other opportunities in your life. But I mean, I think you guys think about the joy and the happiness that you felt. I feel like you waver. Should I have not, right? You know, your guidance is kind of saying here, to me at least, you guys put a lot of thought into whatever this was. It's not like you didn't think about it. It's not like you didn't even try to look at all the potential outcomes. It feels like you guys did. And, you know, the guidance I'm seeing here for you guys is there's nothing else that you could have thought of, and there's nothing else that you could have potentially done differently, because that's the decision you needed to make at the time. And so your guidance is more of acceptance of your actions, acceptance of your decision, trying to find, I guess, peace within that. And I believe in time that you guys will, okay? I believe in time you could come to that sense of acceptance and calm, right? And not feel the way that you guys are potentially feeling now. I mean, there's a lot of what ifs here that I'm seeing. A lot of I should have done it differently. Yeah. We don't really see that until much later on, and then we can look back and think, oh, well, you know, I guess that happened because that's how it needed to happen. It takes a while to get to that point, okay? I'm seeing now, some of you could be considering a new decision to make. I feel like some of you want to now give something a try again, whatever this missed opportunity is for you, you guys could potentially be thinking about considering it again. But I feel now that something is probably preventing you guys from fully jumping into that idea. I feel like you guys are feeling conflicted. The devil energy is here to kind of say, well, not to really say, but to kind of, I don't want to say remind, but it's present, because now it's trying to double up on the doubts, the fears, and all of those things. It's really doing its job, is what I'm going to say. You know, for those of you, okay, I'm getting two things here. For those of you that it was a career or some kind of opportunity not related to love, I think the decision you guys made was made for the purpose of success, okay? And it can still actually be achievable from what I'm seeing here, okay? For those that I think this might have been like associated to love, the time that this decision was made is because you were looking at it in a lens of, this is what is going to be successful for me, right? Because I think there was a proven theory already there for you where you knew how it worked, you knew what to expect. And so you stuck to what you knew, but you also stuck to the idea of what could be essentially continue to be achieved in your situation. If that makes sense, hopefully. I do feel, if this is romantic, that for some of you, you guys are still feeling very passionate about someone. I feel like you guys are seeing or feeling some kind of love from this person, and that just makes you even more passionate about them. I don't know what this energy is. But you know, even with that, I kind of see that all of this passion and all of these feelings that you guys have, it's not enough. It's not showing me that it's enough for you guys to be decisive, to take action and do something. And it could be because, again, with the devil energy, you know, that's what's keeping you guys from pursuing it. Could also be feeling conflicted, because there is an aspect here of choosing right and wrong. So if that's being played out, then obviously that's another hindrance. But here's the thing. When you guys made that initial decision, right, you stuck with it, right? You stood there and said, this is my decision and I'll stand by it, right? And it's ego that tells us that we can't change our mind when we're in this energy. It is ego. It is wanting to save face. It is wanting to seem tough, knowledgeable, strong. Being vulnerable is actually a strength, guys. Okay? Being vulnerable is a strength in itself. Because to be vulnerable means to be open. To be open means to be wiser, in a sense, because you're not limiting yourself to a certain belief, to a certain outcome. You guys, if you're this emperor, you can stand down. You can decide to choose differently with your actions. It's all well and good to stick with a decision, okay? And for some of you, you guys will probably continue to do that. But for some of you, I'm seeing that you guys want to actually try for something that you gave up on. For some of you, you guys want another chance to explore an opportunity because you feel you made the wrong choice. Again, your life is in your hands, literally, okay? It is your decision how you live your life. I mean, you guys are the only ones that can decide what to do with it, essentially, right? No matter what the circumstances, even if we are feeling trapped, even if we are physically bound, or whatever challenge it is, it's how we decide to navigate ourselves in that situation. And I think this is a strong reminder. Giving up is a choice, but fighting for something is also a choice, okay? So I feel for a lot of you, there's a romantic element to this reading, and you guys, I think, are wanting to, you're wanting to be with someone that you feel will be your happiness. You want another chance at the Ten of Cups energy of having that happily ever after. Okay. And is it possible? Yes, because everything is possible at this point. Everything is possible at this point, guys. But it is up to you guys to decide what you're going to do about it. Okay. So I feel like that's the tarot card guidance. But again, I wanted to get some guidance from my Healing Spirits deck. Okay. Love this deck as well. Excited to use more of my new decks that I got this Christmas from my daughter. She gave me the Beyond Lemuria Oracle card deck and my favorite Crystal Struck Tarot deck. It's so beautiful. I'm going to use it in a future reading. Maybe in a couple of days when I do another reading, I'm going to use that deck so you guys can see just how gorgeous it is. So let's get, I think 3 cards will suffice for Oracle guidance for this particular reading. So let's get 2 more cards here. Okay, we need 1 more. Okay, and we've got the bottom of the deck. So let's start off with the first card guidance that we have here. We have Don't Fear Change, Embrace It and Grow. I mean, I cannot get more clear with this reading. You know, and I'm going to sum it up later on, but this is just a strong encouragement that in order to enjoy what we want to, what we dream of having, we have to make the changes that are required to obtain it. And it's kind of saying, don't fear it, embrace it, right? Embrace that change and grow with it. I love that. Next card up. Your life plan is unfolding as it should. And you know, this is such a strong message because, and it took me a while to get to this point of believing it, but we are exactly where we need to be, experiencing exactly what we're meant to experience, because everything that we go through is meant for a purpose. There's a reason to why we do and feel and experience what we do. And this is just kind of saying that forgive yourselves, guys, for the decision that you made that you now regret. It was a decision you needed to make at the time. But that's the beauty of life. You were being given chances to redo it somehow, if you so choose. Can you get the exact same result? Probably not. Can you get the exact same circumstances? No, probably not. But can you still try to achieve something? Definitely. Definitely. Okay. Third card here. I love the visuals in this deck. You are on the right path. That's so funny. You are on the right path, guys. You are on the right path. You are exactly where you are in this time. If you are feeling this way and you are now trying to decide if you should do something or not, this is exactly where you're meant to be on your path, because now this is going to dictate what your future path will be. You can choose to stay the course, stay exactly where you have been and continue in that energy, which is fine, right? Or you can decide to veer off the course that you're on, maybe go on a new journey and see where it takes you, right? But you are where you are to make these decisions. And the numbers 34, 14, 26 may be relevant to you guys. I'm getting share the gift at the bottom of the deck, number 4. And I feel like that's just kind of reminding you guys that if you're feeling like you, because this energy is, it feels strongly of people that don't have much belief in themselves. That's why they stayed where they were. It's why they chose what was safe, because there's a fear of showing yourself to the world, sharing yourself, exploring, being vulnerable. And I feel like this is just a reminder that you have something to give, you have something to offer, and to not limit yourself to what you already know has been. has been accepted. I feel strongly that this is for people that chose what was safe, because if this is a career, a job, it's because you know you can continue to do that job and your performance has been accepted all this time, and it will continue to be. For those that this is probably love, and maybe that you know, situation of having to choose between two people. For some of you, you guys probably chose the person that you have been with because this person knows you guys in and out, has already accepted you guys the way you were, right? Whereas I think the person that you guys are probably in love with and want to explore a new life with, somehow you guys are afraid because this person you feel does not know you. But I think at the core of this is you have something to offer, and you should not think otherwise. That offer is like a gift within yourself that you can give to other people. When people see the beauty in you, accept it, okay? If you know it's genuine, accept it. But again, the mind kind of plays with you, and then you think, well, what if they're just saying that, and all those things. But when people see your beauty and you know it's who you are and what you've always wanted to be, just accept it, because it's what you are. It shines through, guys. So I feel like that's really the guidance that I'm seeing for this reading, and I do hope you guys enjoyed that somehow. Feel like if we were to answer what the lesson learned here is that we are provided opportunities at points in our life to change the course of our life, if we take it or not. And then whatever happens afterward, we will kind of have to live with until we're given another opportunity. For some of you guys, I'm seeing there's another opportunity here. And again, are you going to choose the safe route, or are you going to go out and explore? There's no right or wrong answer here. Which will make you happy? Which will make you fulfilled? So that seems to be the lesson learned, at least for some of you guys out there. I plan on doing a year to come reading probably in a couple of days, probably. And we'll have that up. We'll try to get the YouTube channel going again. I know you guys are looking for the readings here, so we'll continue to do that. And yep, hope everybody's well and good.